Are you a foodie who loves making your own sauces and soups from scratch? Or perhaps a busy cook who doesn't have time to make things from scratch and relies on pre-packaged items to get dinner ready in a hurry? If so, in either case, you would benefit from home canning. Home canning is not difficult or time-consuming. It takes no more time than the time it takes to make a casserole, and the steps to successful canning are as easy as A, B, C. Assemble, boil, and cool. I enjoy making my own homemade tomato pasta sauce. It's very important when you're canning to use a recipe specifically designed for canning. An excellent resource is the complete book of Home Preserving by Ball. And Ball is the name of one of the companies that produces canning jars. The other is Care. So while I'm making my homemade tomato sauce, it's important to do step one, assemble. Get all of the supplies ready. You'll need a large home canner or a stock pot. Fill that with water and get that boiling. The jars also need to be sterilized before you use them. I place the jar in my dishwasher so it will sterilize as I'm making my sauce. In addition, the dishwasher will keep the jar warm. It's essential to pour the hot sauce into a hot jar. If I pour the hot sauce into a cold jar, it will cause thermal shock and the glass can break or crack. Now, tomato sauce is very messy. So instead of actually using tomato sauce today, I'm going to use Skittles. It's helpful to have a funnel. Excuse me. Oops. You pour your tomato sauce or Skittles into the jar. And then the recipe will tell you how much headspace you need. Headspace is from your yummy goodness to the top of the jar. You can use a ruler, or this little device I find very helpful, came in a home canning kit, and each of the notches is 1/4 inch. So for our recipe today, we'll use 1 inch of headspace, line it at the top, and make sure it goes all the way around. So that's the right amount. Use a lid. Around the lid there is a ring of wax, which is solid at room temperature. But if you soak this in some warm water, not boiling but warm, for a few minutes, the wax will get nice and warm and sticky. Place that on top of the lid. And to make sure you get a better interface between the lid and the glass, to hold the wax down for a better seal, you use a ring. After all the jars are assembled, you're ready to move on to step 2, which is boil. Place the jars into your home canner with the water boiling. Put the lid on top. And the recipe will also state how long the cans need to boil for. In this case, the recipe calls for 35 minutes. Boiling is essential to kill the bacteria, mold, yeast, enzymes that may be present in your food that will kill it so that you can keep it on your shelf for a longer period of time. It's essential that the water be able to circulate all the way around the can and 1 to 2 inches above. After 35 minutes, you take the lid off. And now we're ready for step 3, which is cool. We'll take the jars out and place them on the counter. And the jars should cool for about 12 to 24 hours. After the jars are cool, you need to inspect them to make sure that they have sealed properly. I'll take my first can, run my finger across the top to make sure that the safety seal is down. And I'm also looking for a concave surface, which you can't see from where you're at, but you can see that the safety button is down. So this jar is safe for me to put in the pantry. It will keep for up to a year, and I can label it and date it if I want to. Our second can, you can't see, but you can hear that the safety seal is up. Therefore, this jar has not sealed correctly. But all is not lost. This jar can be put in the refrigerator and eaten within 1 week. Also, the jars are reusable. The cap is one time only. So I could throw this cap out and start the process over again if I had multiple jars that did not seal correctly. Home canning is an excellent way to combine the benefits of making your own sauces with the convenience of prepackaged goods. Canning is easy as ABC. Assemble, boil, cool. Don't forget to follow the directions to avoid disease. And finally, open a jar, eat, and enjoy.
Yeah.